K2, the Savage Mountain. K2, the world's second highest mountain, richly deserves the place it has earned in the public's imagination, as an equal to Everest in the mountain pantheon. The question of what is the hardest mountain in the world to climb will never be objectively determined, but K2 offers as compelling a case as any peak for the honor. Extreme altitude, massive scale, steep slopes on all sides, unstable weather, killer avalanches, remoteness from roadheads, and a location in a politically unstable region near a war zone. K2 is located in the Karakoram range and lies partly in a Chinese-administered enclave of the Kashmir region within the Uyghur Autonomous Region of Xinjiang, and partly in the Gilgit-Baltistan portion of Kashmir, under the administration of Pakistan. The peak's name is an old survey designation from the 1800s, when the peaks in the Karakoram range were numbered K1, K2, K3, etc. by early surveyors. Appropriate local names were found for other peaks, but K2's isolation left it without one. Alternate names have been put forward over the years, such as Mount Godwin-Austen, but by now the simple, stark two-character code is not only universally accepted, but is even seen by some as somehow fitting for this simple, stark, and majestic peak. The mountain was discovered in 1856 by Colonel T.G. Montgomery of the Survey of India, and it was given the symbol K2 because it was the second peak measured in the Karakoram range. The name Mount Godwin-Austen is for the peak's first surveyor, Colonel H. Godwin-Austen, a 19th century English geographer. The first successful climb to the summit came in 1954, when an Italian expedition led by Ardito Desio, consisting of 5 scientists, a doctor, a photographer, and 12 others, including a Pakistani, managed to conquer the mountain. The summit was reached at 6 p.m. on July 31, 1954. In the course of the ascent, Mario Puchos, one of the guides, died of pneumonia. Comparing K2 to Mount Everest, we know Mount Everest is 8,848 meters tall and K2 is 8,611 meters tall, making K2 the second highest peak in the world. The success rate for climbing Mount Everest is about 30%, whereas for K2 it is about 25%. So even though it is not as tall as Everest, it is a more challenging peak to conquer. The route to the summit is very steep and exposed, and the weather conditions are often harsh. Known as the Savage Mountain, the winds can blow at more than 200 kilometers per hour, and temperatures can drop to negative 60 degrees Celsius. Several attempts have been made to overcome the beast of a mountain over the years. The first woman to reach the summit was Polish climber Wanda Rutkiewicz in 1986. The other woman reached the summit later the same day, but died when coming down. In 2004, the Spanish climber Carlos Soria Fontaine became the oldest person ever to summit K2 at the age of 65. In 2018, Polish climber Andrzej Bargiel became the first person to ski down K2 after he made it to the top. Perhaps the most prideful climb for Pakistan came in July of 2021 when 19-year-old Shahroz Kashif became the youngest person to scale K2. Unfortunately, a few tragedies have also occurred on this monster mountain. In 1986, from 6th August to 10 August, 5 mountaineers died on the mountain during a severe storm. 8 other climbers were killed in the weeks preceding, bringing the total number of deaths that climbing season to 13. In another disaster in 1995, 6 people are reported to have died on August 13, 1995, on K2, largely related to bad weather, especially due to high winds. Scott Fisher was climbing Broad Peak at the time and suggested that a contributing factor was a combination of brutal cold and 160 km per hour plus winds. On 1st August 2008, 11 mountaineers from International Expedition died on K2. 3 others were seriously injured. Some of the specific details remain uncertain, with different plausible scenarios having been given about the different climbers' timing and actions. The main problem was reported as an ice avalanche occurring at an area known as the bottleneck, which destroyed many of the climbers' rope lines. However, 2 climbers died on the way up to the mountain prior to the avalanche. Among the dead were people from France, Ireland, Korea, Nepal, Norway, Pakistan, and Serbia. The series of deaths over the course of the Friday and Saturday descent was the worst single accident in the history of K2 mountaineering. Summiting K2 in winter has become an obsession among the world's elite climbers, but there are many reasons for the feat has remained elusive. The mountain's steep faces demand strong technical skills, while simultaneously exposing climbers to frequent rockfall and avalanches. In conclusion, K2 stands as a symbol of nature's grandeur, human ambition, and the relentless pursuit of challenges. Its allure is undeniable, drawing adventurers to its slopes despite the treacherous obstacles it presents. The savage mountain demands respect, testing the limits of human endurance and resilience. Yet its conquest symbolizes the height of human achievement and the unyielding determination to overcome the most daunting odds. K2's mystique and historical significance continue to inspire mountaineers and enthusiasts worldwide, reminding us of the indomitable spirit of exploration that resides within us all.